Okay, so I'm going to do problem 46, and in this, a frisbee is thrown along a ramp with initial velocity of 15 meters per second, and here it experiences friction, and then it follows projectile motion once it leaves the ramp. So first I drew a free body diagram, where the forces acting on the frisbee are its weight, the normal force, and the frictional force. Here I labeled down along the ramp as the positive x direction, and here would be the positive y. So first I took the forces along the y direction, which is just n minus mg cosine theta is equal to mass times acceleration in the y direction, which is 0. So we get n is equal to mg cosine theta. Then for the x direction, we have mg sine theta plus the frictional force is equal to mass times acceleration in the x direction. Then I substituted mu times the normal force for friction, and then I substituted n as mg cosine theta into this expression. So once I got here, I then solved for a in the x direction, which is just g times sine of theta plus mu cosine theta, which is just 9.03 meters per second squared. And we have to remember that this is down along the x direction. Then I use the kinematics equation, v final squared minus v initial squared is equal to 2ax. So here we have the initial velocity is 15 meters per second. We have acceleration, which we found is 9.03 meters per second squared, and x would be 10 meters. So solving this, we get v final is equal to 6.67 meters per second. So this is the velocity as it's leaving. However, we only need the y component of this velocity. So I multiplied that by sine of 37 to get 4.014 meters per second. So then I used this equation again. However, this time I wanted to find h. So I set the final velocity equal to 0 because there's no velocity in the y direction at the tip of its projectile. I said v initial equal to the y component of the velocity once it leaves the ramp, and I said x equal to h, and acceleration was just gravity. So solving, I get h is equal to 0.822 meters. And lastly, we need L, and by using trig, that's just 10 times sine of 37, which is equal to 6.018 meters. So for the total height, we get L plus h, which is equal to 6.84 meters.